Blessing good afternoon to all. Welcome to U97.5 douglAR Radio. And of course, today I am sitting in the studio. That's Atlantic Studio. And today, of course, I know it's very wet on the outside. I know that some of you are wondering what's going on, what's happening. Well, we are under a storm watch at this time, and of course you know, ladies and gentlemen, that all the necessary precaution must be taken at this time. I am happy to say to you this afternoon that all our corporations are active. They are there monitoring the conditions at this point in time and waiting to render any form of assistance to you at this particular time. Based on the instructions of the honorable leader of the opposition, we are all here. We are on the outside. We are ready. We are waiting to assist in any and every possible way as far as we can. The management disaster unit at all the corporations, they are active at this time, and they are on standby waiting to assist if needs be. Of course, I know that some of us may very well be uncomfortable with the ODPM in relation. You know, I had the opportunity to look at the list of shelters that they had posted, and sadly enough, that is an old list. That list have not yet been updated. And the reason for me saying to you is that in my constituency, which is the constituency of Labre, there are two sites that is on the list, asking people to go if it's necessary. That's the Labre Community Center, which is under construction, and the Santa Flora Government School. The Santa Flora Government School is under construction. It's about 85% during the term of between 2010 and 2015. And thus far, it remains a white elephant at this time. But sadly enough, on that list, I saw that Santa Flora Government School is one of the sites. The Labre Community Center, it's also one of the sites. And I'm saying to you that the ODPM needs to get their act together and put the necessary systems in place that if and when an emergency emerge in our country, we have shelters that is equipped to deal with situations. I know that the Palo Seco Government School, it's also a shelter. I know that school is more or less equipped. Sadly enough, the Palo Seco Secondary School, it's also on the list as one of those ODPM shelters. And that Palo Seco Secondary School, ladies and gentlemen, you know, of course, those of you who live within those areas, you will know as soon as the rain smile, there is no access to the Palo Seco Secondary School. So we have a call. We'll take that call right away. Welcome, caller.
Those Palo Seco Secondary.
All right, but I don't
areas. You will know as soon as smile.
I think we have a poor connection with that caller, Archie. Yeah, that caller, you need to turn on your TV or your radio, and you need to listen to us on your phone. Hello, welcome.
All right. Hello?
Yes, Corky, is it you? Corky D, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
Yes, we seem to have a delay. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing you.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure we made contact here. So people were calling about the show, and I told them to tune in to you guys. All right. So it's nice to be on douglAR Radio Live. Okay, Victor?
Yes, Corky, what's happening on your end?
Well, I'm here in the studio making sure everything is well, and making sure that the people calling in and finding out what's going on with the program. So I thought I'd call you all. So you continue, sir. I'll be listening here.
Right, so let the people know that because of the weather conditions, I am in Marabella at this time, and I'll be bringing necessary information to the public from this area.
Right.
Technology, we have modified our technology in the studio at Atlantic Studio, and therefore we can connect with you, Corky, where you can hear us and where we can have this discussion.
Yes.
So, Corky, tell me something. What's the weather like in your area?
Well, it's sort of overcast here, Victor. That number, what we're speaking on, 3735488. Can the callers call that number?
That's the number to call, and you'll be in contact with me.
Right, so I'm letting them know that on the radio, because some people on the radio won't be able to hear you who are not on the internet. So the number to call of Mr. Victor Robets is 3735488.
That's the number, 3735488. That's the number to call.
Right, sir. Well, the weather is okay for now. We'll chit-chat as time goes on, but beautiful program, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, my brother, and of course, I'll be back with you shortly, Corky. Shortly, I'll be back with you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for calling.
All right.
So there you have it. We are live with Corky D on U97.5, douglAR Radio, hot like pepper. That's the station that we bring facts to you on a weekly basis. We bring it raw and without any form of seasoning. We give you it as it is, so that you can dissect it, that you can understand what is before you. I want to ask, where is our Prime Minister at this time? Where is our Prime Minister? Why at this time the Prime Minister is not here? Is it to say that the Prime Minister at this point in time refused to come home, or is it the Prime Minister is debarred from coming home? I don't know. But why he's not here? Why we are not hearing from him? I wonder if the Prime Minister is detained. I wonder if he's detained on U.S. soil. I am wondering, because we are not hearing anything from our Prime Minister. But nevertheless, be that as it may, I am happy to report that thus far things seems to be fairly all right, despite the conditions. We have not heard of any tragic incident, and we are quite grateful for that. So we'll take this call. Welcome, caller.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
And nobody realizing that is what the Rowley government is doing. Rowley is care about nobody, back pay to people, and you're coming at all to give the people the back pay or nothing. Rowley know what he's doing. That is what he's doing up there. When he's going to make all the deal, then he go come home. He's hiding, he not sick. Rowley not sick, Rowley hiding. Rowley hiding, Rowley care about nobody saying that. The poor people, he don't care about nobody, no children, nobody. Rowley don't Rowley care about himself and he keeps on the parliament. That is all Rowley is doing and putting in his pocket. Every single cent, every taxpayer's dollars, every children taxpayer's dollars. Rowley cares nothing. I don't know where God's sleeping for Rowley. It's taking too long to after Rowley government. Good night and thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Welcome, caller.
Good night, Victor.
Yes, sir. Good night.
How are you, my brother?
I'm fine. How is you, and how is the weather treating you?
Well, the weather is it's not falling very heavy right now. I was in Komuto, Manzanilla with the Member of Parliament, Dr. Rai Ragnir, and we were assisting residents and constituents, also persons from because of Toko Standing Rally. We were able to give out 700 plus sandbags. which we were able also to assist the Sandy Grande councillors. And I want to agree with you that the political leader has in fact put all our councillors, our corporations, our MPs, members of the National Executive, all activists are on alert
Yes.
and on standby. And I want to also say, I want to congratulate our political leader, the Honorable Kamala Prasad and her team for a wonderful victory. I know you yesterday from Marabella with our good friend Aki. Stay safe. And I must commend as well the douglAR for his what he said in Parliament today. And I want to say myself, my discussion, and I won't say long further, is that, as you know, there was a debate in the Parliament today concerning the issue of the Caribbean Court of Justice and that of the Privy Council. Now, I listened to a lot of commentary, and I would like to give my take on it. The Privy Council has proven to be the better and best only alternative right now at our final appellate court, as we saw what came out of the judgment in the Seattle matter.
Right.
It shows again that the Privy Council, who is independent, free from the tentacles of politicians, is able to give a very independent judgment. We must also understand, people are saying that the CCJ is fully independent and only those from the Caribbean.
Right.
But I don't know if people are aware, but the CCJ actually had a judge that sat from the United Kingdom. So where is the independence then? Right? Further to that, we have seen in the past where, again, the issue of the lack of independence, where we have just seen what happened with Schumann McNichols. What is stopping that to happen with the CCJ? Trinidad and Tobago, which is a part of the Caribbean, the CCJ, in this Trinidad and Tobago. What is stopping you, Victor Robets, from going to a little party or a restaurant and you see a judge who sits on the CCJ? What is stopping you from talking to him on that matter? Right? I'm saying here today and tonight that the Privy Council, who has been tried and tested and to be successful, should be remained and retained as our final appellate court. And I want to also congratulate legal luminaries who has been showing why the Privy Council is the better than and Ram Logan, senior counsel. And I wish that the man who I stand put with, and I will say with this, that our current Attorney General, Mr. Reginald Amor, sir, you have been an embarrassment to this country. You have been an embarrassment to the legal fraternity. So for God's sake, for your sake, for the nation's sake, resign. You're a man of senior counsel status. Right now, you're not even looking like junior counsel status. Please resign. Go now. Have a good day, Victor. Artie, you stay safe and if you didn't make any boy, there's your boy, big boy.
Thank you. So that was an attorney at law, Brian Big, who speaking with us and informing us as to what is happening in the East, Toco, Sandy Grande and surrounding areas where the Member of Parliament, he's on the field, and the councillors, aldermen, activists, and each and everyone who were mandated by the honorable political leader to be there to render the necessary support. So thank you, Brian, and stay safe out there. Welcome, caller.
Hello?
Welcome, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Are you hearing me? By political to be support.
Bad connection, caller. Bad connection. Sorry, but you have to take off your TV, your radio, or whatever, and listen on the phone when you call in. Otherwise, we will have a feedback here, and the general public will not be able to listen to what you're saying. So when you call, you need to listen on your phone and take off your TV or turn it down or turn down your radio, and then we could have a conversation. All right? So try again. We are here willing and ready to listen to you as you call. So I'm saying that the corporations, they are active, they are outside there with this inclement weather, and we are going to do everything that is humanly possible to assist in any eventuality as time passes and as the weather may intensify. So far we have received word from the Met Office that what would be happening as time goes on later on tonight, we may experience some gusty wind. I believe is up to about 65 kilometers per hour. We may also experience some heavy rainfall. Flash flooding is expected, especially within the low-lying areas, and therefore you have to protect yourself and you have to be aware of your surroundings. So if you are living in low-lying areas, you know for a fact that you need to be aware of what is happening on the outside of your homes. You have to understand that high ground is important. If for some reason naturally you live in an area that has the rainfall, this water come up to the place where it's uncomfortable for you, then you need to make movements now, get to your friend, get to our family. It's a matter of hours that we will experience this weather, and therefore we want every individual to be safe. So I am saying that you can also call your corporations within your area. I have posted a list of numbers that you can call, and emergency numbers. It's on Victor Robets' Facebook page, and you could tune in there. Just type in Victor Robets, search Victor Robets. You could get those numbers and you could call if needs be. And of course, we want you to be safe in every aspect within this weather that we may very well experience a little later on this afternoon. So far so good. As I was saying, the ODPM needs to get their act together. They need to upgrade their list of shelters and emergency numbers. Welcome, caller. Welcome, caller. Hello? All right, we probably lost that. So ODPM needs to get their act together. As I was saying before, there's a number of shelters that is not available while it is on the list and asking you to go there in case of emergency. Those shelters, they are not active. And I mean, come on. We are in 2022. We are in 2022. You cannot bring an outdated list to us and tell us these are the areas to go. Welcome, caller.
Yeah, Victor. Sorry to call back here, but I need to ask a question. I don't know that question has been asked. But where is Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley? We have a storm coming to Trinidad, or close to Trinidad. And the Prime Minister is nowhere to be found. What is really going on?
Well,
who is running this country?
I am trying to find out if Dr. Keith Rowley is under arrest in the US. I'm trying to find out because we are not hearing nothing.
Oh my. Well, maybe he carries Attorney General with him too.
Well, his Attorney General went recently, you remember recently Stuart Young went up, and then recently the Attorney General went up. And I don't know if Rowley is under arrest in the US. I do not know, but we are not hearing anything from Keith Rowley. We don't know if he lives in.
It's so. How can I? There's no words to put it. But what I can say is that the real Prime Minister of Trinidad today, Minister, has been leading the way. She has been leading, she has been there as a sense of comfort as well, letting the nation know. She gave us some nice numbers to call. She has every form of agency number, sent it out. That is a leader. That is what a prime minister does. But my God, we have a man, I wouldn't put it on a father. This is ridiculous. Doesn't even a word. If Facebook page doesn't even say something, the opposite prime minister doesn't say, well, the prime minister has said this or that, or sent out a message to the people. Nothing. Not a word. And this is Dr. Rowley, I think you should resign from there as well. If you don't want to come back, stay there, but resign as prime minister and call her in. Take care.
Thank you.
Long live Kamala Prasad, Mr.
Thank you, Brian. We have a call, Archie? No. And you would expect that any prime minister who is out of the country, where his country would be facing some sort of possible disaster as a result of the weather, you will hear a prime minister wherever he may be addressing his nation by telling them to take the necessary precaution. A matter of fact, if even it means to Mama Gayas and tell us that your prayers are with us if you just pray at all, you would expect a prime minister, a statesman, would make some sort of address to his nation where his nation is under a tropical storm warning. Welcome, caller.
You would have prime minister some.
We seems to be having a little problem with connections in certain areas, and of course I will tend to believe it's because of the weather, but we want to invite you to call and tell us what's going on in your area, what's the condition, what the rainfall look like, if you're experiencing, whatever you're experiencing in your area, feel free to call us and let us know, okay? Right, I am seeing here somebody is saying to me that heavy rain in their area. So it is expected we will have some uncomfortable conditions that will be happening for the next couple of hours, but I'm sure that we are quite able to deal with it and to take the necessary precaution. Coming back to Dr. Rowley, I am saying that in this condition, I would have believed that the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago would have had something to say to us, would have been able to tell us something, whether it be to be careful and to take the necessary precautions or something. I believe that the Prime Minister should have something to say to the people of this country. And I want to say to you, Trinidad and Tobago, it tells us the condition that we are in, because when we are at this point and the conditions that the potential conditions that we may experience later on tonight, and to the end of the day, no word whatsoever from our Prime Minister, then it tells us that we are left at the mercy of each other and the mercy of the weather. That is what it tells me. It tells me that we ought to and have to be our brother's keeper during this period, because it seems as though that there is no one else to keep us, there is no one else to advise us, there is no one else to help us. So it seems that we have to now be our brother keeper. And I want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you tonight that we must not forget these occasions. We must not forget when situations arise and we look for hope in those who we have mandated to provide that hope I am saying to you tonight that we must not forget these situations. We must not. Welcome, caller.
Good night. Peter in the house.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I'm calling from Barbie Union Center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like reason this you have to know. Yeah. I wanted to say something about the Prime Minister as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a serious echo. Yeah. Yeah. So what happened is no address. I've been looking out to see to get address nomination from either the acting Prime Minister or somebody. But nothing there. With the technology we have now, somebody can send a WhatsApp or address nomination from anywhere in the world. So that shows that even if one of the ministers had spoken to the Prime Minister and he said, well, okay, we need get a recording or something, right? Or express sentiment, the Prime Minister say, well, so on, yeah, he hopes that everything will go and, the citizens are safe and, something at least. So that shows that the communications minister, whoever is responsible for communication, right, needs to, resign or something. Because it's not looking good for a nation who's going through something such as this right now.
Right.
Right? So you may find out something, but the radio echo in his phone here. Right? So it's a serious thing, and I think they need to look on the communication aspect, and they need to do something about it.
Thank you, caller.
Right? Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
And what you all need to do when you call is just turn your radio down so we would not have that echoing effect. Welcome, caller. Welcome, caller.
Good night.
Yes, good night.
This is Safraz Ali.
No, this is Victor Robets.
No, Vic, this is Safraz Ali calling.
Okay, Safraz, how are you going?
Hi there, man. I want to give you a live update of what's happening in Elscore South.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, Safraz. Go ahead.
Okay, cool scene. So, right now we have the councillor for Arangwa's Warner Village, Ahmed Suknanan, with a team of volunteers. They at the Arangwa's Community Center and they're filling sandbags.
Right.
Right now, currently filling sandbags, and we're going to come back to Elscore South to distribute. So he finished part of Elscore South and he'll come back to Elscore South and distribute some more. Because Elscore South is a very flood-prone area. For years, whenever rainfall, the area floods and lots of water go into people's homes. So the council is trying to be as proactive as possible and drop sandbags to the really vulnerable families that need it the most.
Right.
So this is the United National Congress councillor, Ahmed Suknanan. He has a team currently on the ground. We getting rain, but that's okay. We taking the rain and we sharing all the sandbags because we don't know what kind of weather will be coming in tonight. And they say they're expecting some really bad weather to come in. So we don't want the residents to be unprotected. We want to give them as much protection as we could in the Aranguez, San Juan area.
Beautiful.
Right, so we on the ground, we working here. The whole adage, performance beats old talk anytime, any day. That's applying right now here to the people in Elscore South, Aranguez, and Elscore.
So how much of you all on the ground there, Safraz?
We have a volunteer crew, about between 15 and 20 young men.
Right.
They answer the call when the councillor Ahmed put out the call this afternoon. They without hesitation, a crew of guys came to the center. Councillor Ahmed was able to get loads of sand donated because the allocation from the San Juan Regional Corporation had finished. So the councillor had to be innovative and creative, and he got businessmen to donate the sand. We got some empty sandbags from the corporation, and we got the manual labor and started the full on our own.
Right.
We got good Samaritans to donate trucks, and we actually utilizing our services and distributing sandbags
all over the Sawa area.
Right. Safras, who is your coordinator for your area?
Who is in charge of our area?
Who is the coordinator here?
Well, so St. Joseph has coordinator Anna Roberts, who is doing a very fantastic job at the moment. And we also have Barataria side, we have our hardworking MP Saddam Hussein.
Right. So you have two powerful men there, Saddam Hussein, MP, and Anel Roberts, Senator. I know that Anel Roberts went to the Senate today. He had led off the debate. And I know for a fact that St. Joseph, El Sikora and surroundings, San Juan, Barataria, and other areas, I know for a fact that you folks are in very good hands.
Yeah, definitely. And we have some very good councillors who hands-on the ground. For example, Councillor Ahmed Suknaran is also chairman of the St. Joseph Constituency Executive for the United National Congress. So he's hands-on on the ground, and he working with both MP Saddam Hussein and Senator Anna Roberts in bringing relief to the people by organizing and distributing sandbags.
Beautiful. So we want to ask you guys to be safe out there. We want you to take the necessary precaution. Remember, of course, while we are here to assist, it is imperative that we protect self first. So I ask you guys to be safe out there and continue to do the hard work and the wonderful work that you guys are doing under this extreme condition to ensure that the burgesses, the people of your constituency of St. Joseph, San Juan, Barataria are very much safe. Hats off to you.
Thank you very much, Victor. And you continue championing the cause of the poor and the voiceless on your radio program, Victor. You are a warrior, tireless worker for the people. And much respect from our side to you, my brother, and the people of Labri.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, you take care, bro. Drive safe when you go home.
Beautiful. So that was Safraz Ali on the phone. A good friend. Safraz, we have hosted the radio program on about 2 or 3 occasions, and of course, it's a man after the heart of the people. And I want to salute him, and I know for a fact that he was also once a counselor, and I do trust and hope that time will permit him the opportunity to become a counselor once more to serve the people. So we asking you to call in we asking you MPs, you coordinators, you councillors, you aldermen, you chairmen in various constituencies. We ask you to call in and give us an update as to what is happening within your area and the necessary protective measures that you have implemented in order to bring relief to the people within your electoral district or your constituency. So we'll take another call. Welcome, caller. Welcome, caller. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, but I've just called calling from Mantle West. Raining moderately. The main road probably have a little flood. I just called to touch on the situation with Dr. Rowley being abroad, but it's a finding. So-called, they say, he so-called send a WhatsApp message. But knowing these brothers, and then when they go to these big high-end things, there's always see them posting pictures, this, that, and the other. And on this occasion, you're not here. So we could only need to speculate. I read all kind of thing on Facebook here. Think about the man under investigation and sanctions could pass and all this kind of thing.
Wow.
So we just want things to be clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man getting tired for money laundering. These we see on the internet all over the place. Being trained as Dr. Rowley, but the least you could do is come and clear alien. You know what I mean? Or be down the pile. Be down the pile of problems that he going and come here and meet. You know what I mean? Because he going and come and meet a lot if he come back.
Wow.
Inshallah.
So we will listen to the rumors. Thank you, caller. So we will listen to the rumors, and we, of course, we on douglAR Radio, we always bring facts. So while we listen to the rumors, while we hear the rumors, we would not enter into that territory except that there is facts that we can bring to you in relation to where is Dr. Rowley, what is Dr. Rowley doing, or if Dr. Rowley, for one reason or the other, is detained in any foreign soil. So, of course, we will listen to the rumors, but we will investigate the rumors, and until we have facts on Dr. Rowley's whereabouts, is until we will just listen to the rumors. So we are asking you folks down in Labre, Derek Bowen, Councillor Javed, we want to know what's happening down on your end. We have one or two other individuals that we will try to contact as we go along to hear what is happening within their district and what measures they have put in place just in case that the worst come out of this situation. So at this time, it's just about 7:37. We will take a quick break. Corky D will take a quick break. You could pay some bills and you could run some ads, and then we will lock back into U97.5 douglAR Radio, and of course we will come back to you from Atlantic Studios, where we will bring you the information as it comes to hand. So we'll take a break and we'll be back very shortly. So we are back. Welcome, caller.
Hi, Mr. Robert.
Yes, sir.
You're braving the weather, you're coming out white.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Weather can't stop us.
I know that. I hear you ask. This is a man, he has to work in the party constituents. He said, you don't know not one of them. You expect, but anybody, right? I mean, they expect that to expect it. And I hear your voice today, Daniel, but they can't stop him at all. They try to sidetrack him. He gets around, say all that he has to say and contribute. Brilliant, brilliant.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, man, they can't touch him, you know. They have all the answers for Kangaloo.
Yes, Anil is a very clever fella, man. Very, very, very brilliant. Brilliant.
Look at here. So, I do a call to say, we have people ready up here in Takarigua. No radio falling or nothing. And I hope it's over the rest of the night. I ain't want to kind of bad weather. And I hope everybody have a good night too.
All right, so you under control up there, nothing out of the ordinary on your end.
Nothing out of the way of it.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
No rain falling or nothing. No high breeze or nothing.
Good, 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 good.
All right, if anything, I'll let you know.
Very well, my brother. Thanks for the call.
All right.
Right, so we are back, and of course we are asking you to let us know what's the condition in your area. Let us know what the weather is doing with you in your area, and we will try to coordinate with the corporations from here. Welcome, caller.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Robert.
Good day, sir.
I'm calling from Arbella. But I hear people talking about they want Mr. Rowley be here. He would do anything to assist anybody in any respect at all. If you want to get you understand. Okay, thank you. It's better he not here, man. Let him stay there. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. And of course, I hear you, and we know for a fact that we have seen over the past 7 years what the Rowley administration have done to the people of this country. But we are saying that we are taxpayers, we are paying the salary of Keith Rowley and others, and therefore Keith Rowley cannot just leave this country and do what he wants without informing us, without telling us for this great amount of time what is happening, what is going on, whether it be with his health, whether he be in prison, whatever the situation may very well be. We are paying his salary, and therefore we ought to know what is happening. We ought to know whether we like him, don't like him, because I could tell you point blank, I have no problem with Keith Rowley per person. My problem is with Keith Rowley administration, with Keith Rowley behavior, with Keith Rowley disposition, with Keith Rowley lies, with Keith Rowley. Let me say that one. That is my problem. But Keith Rowley as a person, I have no problem with him. Absolutely no problem. But Keith Rowley as a prime minister, there is where my problem lies. Right there. Because we cannot have a prime minister who believes that he could bully us and do what he wants with taxpayers' money and no accountability. Welcome, caller.
Yes. I want to speak to the man there on the TV, man.
Pardon?
The man on the TV right now.
He on TV right now?
Victor Robets.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Victor Robets.
Yes, sir, I'm hearing you.
I want to big up Nadia Mohammed, counselor for the Claxton Bay, Point of Pay area.
Beautiful.
She has been doing a very good job, man. In the rain, she playing sandbags to people like Claxton Bay.
Beautiful. That is what I want to hear.
This is Tawheed Mohammed.
How are you, sir?
I am okay, man.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I want you to tell her thanks for us. Okay, have a nice day, man.
Do appreciate, man. Welcome. Blessing. And you be safe, and you guys be all safe outside there in Claxton Bay.
Thank you, man.
That is what we would expect the people within these areas. This is how we expect them to function within these situations. So hats off for you and your counselor and all those who outside there putting these bags together.
Hats off for Nadia.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for calling.
Okay, man.
Yeah, bless. And that is what I'm saying, Archie. This is what we expect. This is what we expect, that people would adhere to what the leader tell us to do under these conditions. Be out there, serve the people, and serve the people. So Nadia, hats off to you, and we do appreciate the work that we are now hearing that is happening as we speak within the Claxton Bay area. So thank you, and be safe out there. Put personal safety first, because without your safety, you will not be able to help others. So you guys be safe and continue to carry the mandate that you swear to do. Welcome, caller.
Evening again, sir. I wish if the man stay there, because next thing you hear when you come here, you bring a flood tax to we, They will bring a flood tax, they go invent something, sir. Lord Father, help me. All the freezing up, Master. Freezing up on it.
All right, thank you, caller. What you have to do, caller, is to listen to us on your phone when you call, and not on the radio or the TV. You have to listen to us on
I
the
don't
phone.
have on the radio. Mr. Victor, the program freezing up now and then.
All right, okay, no problem, no problem. We will expect some kind of distortion.
Yeah,
with
the weather. The weather, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, thank you, my brother. Thank you, and you stay safe. Stay safe and be...
Yeah. Same to you, sir.
Yeah,
Hi,
thank you.
Mr. Toki.
Well, I could take a coffee here now, you know. I know you will get to me, but I could drink a nice coffee.
Hi, from Marbella.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, take care. You all take care.
Yeah. Right. So continue to touch base with us and allow us to know what is happening within your area. If it's raining, if it's flooding, what have you, feel free to let us know. We are here and we are here with you to bring you up-to-date information as it comes to hand, and also to assist where necessary in terms of reaching out to individuals within the corporation who may be able to bring some kind of relief to you. So I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are seriously experiencing some conditions, and from what I've seen, there may very well be other conditions similar to this as the weeks go on, and we must be very well be prepared to deal with any given situation. Today I more or less spend the entire day within the penal area. Of course, I had to go to the mechanic today, and I spent some time in penal because while I was on the road today, the turbo in my vehicle started to give some problem, and of course I had to do what I had to do to get it rectified, you know. So I spent the day. The conditions at times were cloudy and of course overcast, but I think as we speak, there is no serious threat of flooding at this time, because I left penal probably just around 6:10 to head up to this direction. We experienced some sporadic showers, certain areas within the highway as we come to Marabella, but nothing really of great significance to create any form of impact. So I don't know where you are, what's the condition there. I know in some areas the rain will be very much heavier than other areas. We urge you to be safe. We urge you to take the necessary precaution. We ask you, there's hotlines that we have posted, and we ask you if you suspect that any eventuality where your life may be threatened, we ask you to take the necessary precaution, make that call, and of course try to get to higher ground and to be safe within these few hours where it is forecast that we may very well have some rough weather as we go along. I am also saying that we need to have a proper management system in place in this country when come to disaster, because honestly, I do not believe that while we have the ODPM, I do not believe that they are prepared to deal with any sophisticated or any form of serious disaster, if any, should occur within our country. I don't think that the ODPM, that they are outfitted with the necessary tools to do the job. I don't think that they are equipped to perform that type of service. What I have seen, it is basically good public relations in some instant, because even the public relations, there is some areas within that is flawed. And I point out a few to you where even in my area, some of the shelters that they would ask you to go to, it is not operational. Welcome, caller.
Good night, sir.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Mr. Robert.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We hearing you. Go ahead.
Right. Where is our Prime Minister? Where is our Prime Minister? He lost? He lost. I would like to know, tell me.
Well, the last thing we heard about the Prime Minister is that he went out to
California.
Right, yeah. California for medical tests.
Treatment.
That is what we heard.
Yeah, so what happened to him? He alive or he died?
Well, I don't know if he in jail. I don't know. I really can't say because there is no information. And then the idiots that we have acting as Prime Minister is more...
he worse. I guess he worse than that. Yeah, he worse than that. Well, anyway, you have a good night. And take care. And when that Prime Minister come back, tell him for me. Tell him that Prime Minister, he needs to step down. Step down. Get out of that.
Thank you, caller.
Oh, you welcome.
Yeah, have a good night and you be safe.
You too. Same to you, man.
And as far as I'm concerned, that Prime Minister even bound to come back to Trinidad.
I thought of that, man.
Yeah, he even bound to come back.
Tell him in Ukraine to have war. Tell him.
Well, it's there I want to send him because every decision he make, he blame Ukraine and Russia. You know, I want to send him there.
Yeah, he always blame the food price, the gas price, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is blaming himself. Yeah. So you have a good night, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. I want to send him Ukraine. I want to send him there. Because every bad decision he make, he close down a refinery. He close down a refinery, you know. And then blaming Ukraine when he have to raise the gas price. You can understand that? You can understand that? He closed down a refinery that was up and running, producing. Close it down to save his friend, to save his financier, to save his partner. But at the end of the day, blaming the war in Ukraine because of his bad decision, and yet still able to convince some of the people in this country that what happened to us in this country doesn't really happen, is what is happening in Ukraine that is affecting us. That is what he able to do to some people in this country. Convince you to believe what is happening to you that it doesn't exist. That is what we're only able to do to you. You know why he's able to do that to you? I will tell you why tonight. Simply because you have not yet taken the time to see your condition, 1. 2, because you watch the outside appearance of an individual who look like you but do absolutely nothing to make you look like him. That may very well be too high for someone to understand. Very well too high for someone to understand. And that is why you are in the condition that you are in. That is why you will support all that he doing. Even though what he is doing, destroying your life and your livelihood, you will support that. Because you see yourself in him. What do I mean? Because you see yourself in him. What do I mean? So let me help you. What I meant is simply this: that you have seen your character in him. The same way he don't like you is the same way you don't like your own family. Is the same way you don't like your own children, much less your grandchildren. You don't like them. So you support him because you see your character manifest in his behavior. Let me say it again. All of you folks who supporting Keith Rowley, you are supporting Keith Christopher Rowley because you are seeing your character manifesting in Keith Rowley. And that is why you will blame Ukraine and Russia for your refinery that Keith Rowley closed down. That is why you will blame Ukraine and Russia for your high food prices. That is why you will blame Ukraine and Russia for your poor standard of living. You know why? Because you cannot see your eye from your elbow. You cannot see your eye from your elbow. You will believe anything that Keith Rowley tell you to believe. Keith Rowley may very well urinate in a Pepsi bottle, them old time Pepsi bottle, and tell you that this is the new way in which they bring Moby, and you will drink it and still stand up and tell your neighbor that that Moby tastes good. It's a special type of Moby. That is what you will do. You ain't believe me? Well, believe me, because I have seen that Keith Rowley give you to drink worse than what I just mentioned, and you have digested that and boast of how good it is. That is what you do simply because you have seen yourself in him. You have seen your character in him. You have seen your behavior in him. You know why I rejoice when he say, "Don't jack what the scene," you remember? You know why I rejoice and I laugh and I say, "Oh God, my Prime Minister on fire." You know why he tell a little jack the scene? Why you tell a little jack the scene? It's because that is what he consider all it to be. That is what he consider it to be. So he tell her, don't jack the scene. Because he consider her to be Jack. And trust me, it's not Jack Angela speaking about. That is what he consider her to be. And all happy. All proud. All dance to the tune. All enjoy the tune. All hungry and all starving. But all still celebrate and support. Tonight, God forbid, if the storm is to really hit this country, I want to ask you tonight, how many of you could withstand that storm? I want to ask you tonight, how many of your houses could sustain as simple as a 30-kilometer wind? How many houses? How many of your houses could withstand? How many of your roof will be on tomorrow morning if this high gust of wind should really appear in this country? How much of you will be crying tomorrow? And yet to the end of the day, how many of you would be able to rebuild? You know what you're going to get? A tarpaulin, a yellow tarpaulin to put over your roof. A yellow tarpaulin is what they're going to drop for you. And then they're going to start to tell you, you're squatting here. You have no rights here. You have no paper for the land. That's what they're going to tell you. But yet all you support that. All you support that yet. If the wolf only blow, some of your whole house fall down. But dig deep inside, you know what you'll see? You will see a PNM flag. You will see a PNM flag. You feel a PNM flag will save you tonight if that storm is to come in your direction. You feel that PNM flag and Keith Rowley care about you and your house if the wolf blow it down? You believe that the Women's League in the PNM will go into the bank account and withdraw to help you to put Humpy Dumpy together again? You really think so? You really think that there's grant just waiting for you to go and pick up? You really believe that? I want to say yes, you believe that. You believe that. You knowing that it's not there for you. But yet because Rowley tell you to believe, you will believe. That is what you will do. You have been holding on to straws over the years. Today I had a conversation with an ex-military man, a man who used to bodyguard prime ministers in this country. And he declined. He said, Victor, I'm done with that. A nice prestige work, a job where you have 1 or 2 firearms. You're moving with dignitaries, securing prime ministers. And you will throw in the towel. What that gentleman tell me today? He said he threw in the towel when he see what this government do to the people that support them. This gentleman tell me today, he said, Victor, I good, very good at what I do. He said, but at the end of the day, I have seen a government who have neglected their own people for so many years. He said the best time I had is under Kamla Prasad Bisesa. He said, I have watched our people in this country, and our people in this case means African people. I have watched our people, the gentleman said to me today, stand up, fight, and do everything humanly possible to support an African government. He said, you know what, I'm sick. I have never seen the African government do what is humanly possible to support their own African people. You can understand that? You can understand that? He said to me, I have seen African people do what is humanly possible to support the African government, but I have never seen the African government do what is humanly possible to support their own African people. He said, but under Kamla, everybody live. He said, under Kamala, everybody live. So I have a question for you. I have a question for you tonight. So if he said to me that under Kamala, everybody live, I want to ask you African people, why under Rowley all you can live? Answer my question. Text me, call. Tell me, you tell me. Yeah, I hear in Somalia, we live in. Yeah, all you living. But all you living like paupers. All you living like paupers. What all you could do if this weather come tonight? What resources all you have? Nothing. Nothing. Where are the Prime Minister? Nothing. This is a reality, boy. Reality. Who can take it? That is all your business. He said, Robert said, as a SNM program, you know, be careful, boy. Be careful. They ain't go like you. But I always say, me or no beauty contest. If I was good looking, you feel like I'd be here saying no in front of Archie? I would have been just like Rowley. I'd be somewhere in the States if I was beautiful, if I was handsome, if I was good looking. I'd be up there, living it up. You hear what I'm saying to all you? What all you have achieved? What have you people achieved? supporting the PNM party for a decade. What will they achieve? All they have no house. All they have no house, I say. And those all who have, well, they still paying all the mortgage. Some are getting all different types of disease and sickness because frustration, stress, had a liquid dropping from your brain steady, poison in your body because you're stressed out. You will pay for that house until you're dead. And the children, they might have to help pay. The vehicle you're driving, you're paying for it, fighting to make ends meet. And you have to fight more than ever because Rowley's sending all your home daily, shutting down all your employment, forcing all you to sell all you have. Forcing all you to do all kind of illegal stuff to survive. Forcing all you. That is what he doing to you guys. All you had nothing. Today me and that man talking today. Which one always a big contractor? 47, 48, 49 years of PNM. Which one are all you is a contractor? Which one all you have an excavator? Which one all you have a RD8? Which one are you have a low boy? Two bobcat, a mini excavator. Which one all you? You know what all you have under the PNM? All you have fork, shovel, spade, pickaxe and cutlass. That is what all you have. Don't fool yourself. Don't mama guy yourself. That is what you have. Fork, shovel, pickaxe, cutlass, spade. That is what all you have. Which one all you have a drugstore? Which one all you have a drugstore? Right now my daughter could do with some Panadol multi-symptoms. Which one all have a drugstore? Call me and tell me where to come and get it. Which one all you tell me? Which one all you have a big ghost tree? 48, 49 years at the party all support. Which one all you have a ghost tree? And here was some of them wicked African going and say, all you do want nothing. That's what they going and tell earlier. All you do want nothing. That's what they going and tell earlier. You feel like going to tell anything else? And let me tell you something. If they have a bigger house than all you, a better house than all you, watch. They wish that all you continue to live in that tutu hole. You see the tutu hole, I doesn't like to use them raw words. That's me. I don't like to use them. But they wish all you live in that tutu hole. You feel anyone of them want to let have a bigger house than them? All the PNM activists and supporters and those who canvass and those who work night and day, rain, thunder, lightning to make sure the PNM win. What work all you have? CPEP laborers, that is what you have. That is what all you have. They won't even make all your CPEP contractor because all you, that is job too good for all you. They would not make all your CPEP contractor. That too good for all you. The next pack of them, they stuff them in URP. And they're dressing up every Monday morning with all kind of fancy shirt and fancy jacket and all kind of thing. And they can't even pay the bill. That way they choke them in URP. Choke them there. And they dress up and they get up in the morning like they go into some big office. You know, like they have some big shot work they have. They're passing in the car and they're watching you by the side of the road. But you know where they're going? All the dress up, they're going and work for cent and penny in URP. That is what they get the activists. CPEP, laborer, and URP. That is what they give all you. And all you feel, all you have something. The house all you living in, all you can't even repair it. With that URP money and that CPEP money. You know who benefiting? The CPEP contractors. Who is not all you. Who is not all you. All you have to stand up by the road with all your waka and with all your blind. And as soon as election bell ring, they tell you dress up and get out there on the field and get voters. And all you can buy food. Go and buy a nipple flour now. When you get your CPP or your URP money, go and buy a proper grocery and see if all you living they ain't throw all you out. Because you can't pay all the rent, all you can't pay all the light bill, all you can't pay the thing all you like the most, the internet bill. So all you have to halfway eat. All you have to halfway eat to pay that bill. And you know what's sad about that? All you're comfortable with that. All you're very much contented with that. All you very much enjoy that. When Kamla Prasad Bisesa was in government and Kamla started to increase secondary, tertiary, every form of education, putting things in place where you could rightfully dress up in a jacket or in a tie and earn a salary to match how you dress. Because you're earning a salary to match how you dress because your brain have what it need in order to qualify you to earn that salary. All you didn't want that. All you didn't want that. So Rowley know exactly what all you want. Rowley know exactly what all you want, and therefore Rowley giving all you exactly what all you want, which is nothing. Nothing. So you have supported this so-called great party that have you today sitting, renting, that have you sitting today where all you cannot, let me reiterate, where all you cannot buy a piece of land, cannot. Don't vex with me. Check your bank account and see if your party put measures in place where you could buy a piece of land. You cannot. Don't vex with me, you know. I bringing it raw. You could put it in the pot and cook it, because me bringing it cooked for you because it doesn't like nothing cooked. Again, I'll let it raw. Or you can't buy nothing. Absolutely nothing. Someone will go in and store and thiefing from underwear come back. Thiefing it. So don't vex with me. That is what only support. Only allow Eric Williams to encourage all you to make all you believe that the Indian people was all your enemy. So hear what he do to you. All you was slave all the time. All you get enough licks to work land. Don't study no land. Put the Indian there. Put the Indian people in the land. Send them there. Let them plant. Send them in the cane. Send them here. All you have oil. All you have oil. And all in a sudden, all it was all over the place, big boys. All it was big boys in the oil. Knowing fully well that oil is for a time, but land is forever. Oil for a time, but land is forever. And all you get caught up with Eric Williams' policy that all you didn't want to see the land. Let we spy the Indian. They come here as laborers and then tell laborers, send them to the land now. Oil is for we. The big shot thing is for we. Put them in the land. Now all you wish all you could own a piece of land. All you wish all you could own a piece of land. So hear what your government continue to do. Your government continue to make you believe that today the Indian is still your enemy. They continue to make you believe that the Indian is still your enemy. You know why? Let me tell you why. It is the only thing that they can use to keep you right there in P&M bondage. Nothing else. It is the only weapon that they can utilize to keep you in P&M bondage. So you have people like Camille Robinson-Regis. You have people like Ethelbert Fitzgerald Hines. You have people like Keith Rowley, who will always, every time, all the time, separate the race in this country. So you will hear the Pomsite idiot Rasta speaks of the racial UNC. You will hear Camille Robinson-Regis and they speak about them people. You will hear Rowley telling you, I am a proud black man. I only wish that his tongue could have changed, and instead of saying that I am a proud black man, he would have said that I am a proud black idiot. Yes. And so they will have you to believe that our East Indian brothers and sisters, they are the enemy. You know why? I want to tell you why. You see, I want to make sure that you are calm and don't worry about the storm. You know why you mustn't worry about the storm? Because if your government have not provided and prepared you and to put the necessary apparatus in place, then worrying tonight is nothing but a waste of worries. So they will have you to believe that our Indian citizens of this country are the enemy. Welcome, caller.
Yes, and good evening.
Good day, sir.
Good day. This is Henry Awong, Vancouver.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good, man.
What's happening in your area?
Well, today we had a lot of activities happening today. All my counselors were out today helping the people, ensuring that people are prepared as much as they can be. As you know, the Cuba Tobacco Tarpo Regional Corporation is a very large one as it relates to geographical space. So what we have done a couple of days ago, we were working on it that we stockpile sand in strategic points, in areas that are flood-prone, and we were ready and set up today. People were out in the thousands today in the region, filling their sandbags. We had workers also assisting them. As I too had my boots today, and helping cover sandbags. We distributed over 5,000 sandbags in the Cuba Tobacco Tarpo Regional Corporation. All went out, and we got all the sand donated from corporate persons, private quarry owners. We were sending our truck, we got truck donated, and we were carting sand to these strategic points throughout the region. So that was happening in Las Lomas, it was happening in Ragunanan Road, it was happening in Todd's Road, Caparo, Gasparello, Flat Sunday, Cuba, Place Village, Guaracara Tabaki. So that was ongoing all that. All the councils was out there assisting the businesses to ensure that they could at least protect themselves as much as they can.
Wow. Mr. Wong, I want to send you to the top of the class. That is performance. Over 5,000 sandbags distributed throughout the length and breadth. That is performance.
Yes. We did that today. And I'm so proud of. And what we were doing, we were calling quarry owners and sandpit owners and saying, look, we sent them 2 trucks, and they were so willing to assist us too. Because we got none from the government. We had no money to buy any at all. We got none from the PNM. Right? So we had to source our own sand, and we did that today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henry Awong, for that update.
You're most welcome, and I'm happy to inform your listenership on how active we were today at the Cuba Tobacco Talpa Regional Corporation.
That's the chairman. That's the chairman, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to give you a round of applause because that is performance.
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much, my brother, and thank you for sharing that information with us this afternoon.
So as we go forward tomorrow, depends on the weather. If we are hit severely, we have our community response teams standby, activated, and waiting, to come out and render whatever assistance they can to persons who would be affected. So we have that plan. We have people all over the region again with what we call our district response team standby and activated. You have chainsaw operators. You have persons who can operate a backhoe and stuff like those things. So we are prepared as much as we can for tomorrow.
Thank you very much, and I'm certain that the leader of this party would be very much proud of that report that you have given us today, Mr. Henry Awong. God bless, stay safe, and keep all your members of the corporation, all your frontline workers who out in the numbers and who will continue to be out there to ensure that the Burgesses are safe. I am saying that the leader will be very much proud of this report.
But we heed the call of the leader, because the leader said, go and serve the people, serve the people, serve the people. He said to us at the victory night, prepare yourself, go out and help as much people as you can. So we are heeding the call of the leader already.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're most welcome.
Henry Awong,
have a good night.
here.
Thanks. Yes?
Yeah, any adverse weather conditions reported in your area?
Yes, well, all over the country as far as I know. Yeah. But the rain falling here, our area, this region of Cuba, Tabaki, Talparo, while there are lots of the areas, they are flood prone, there are also areas that are vulnerable to landslides. So we had to cater for landslide and fallen trees and stuff. So we have as I said before, our community response team standby and are waiting to help in those regards. Yeah.
Very well, sir.
You're most welcome, man. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother.
Okay, brother. Have a good night.
Same to you. Be safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Archie, well, that's the biggest report we have for tonight. 5,000 sandbags donated. And what is sadly, no assistance was forthcoming from the government. This is all happening on the strength of the Cuba Tabaki Talparo region, where the chairman and his team went out, get people to donate trucks, called owners of quarries, and were able to solicit and to have these trucks bringing this material and have these material packed in bags, over 5,000, and added to that was distributed throughout the length and breadth of that corporation and even helping neighboring corporations. That is performance. I am saying performance really beats old talk. And this is the kind of individuals that the leader of the United National Congress have placed her confidence by appointing those individuals as chairmen and selecting councillors without a shadow of a doubt, who will continue to deliver to the people of this country, where to the end of the day we all can be safe. Thank you very much, Henry Awong, and we pray that you will remain safe and God will continue to bless you, that you will do what you have to do in that corporation, a matter of fact, under your stewardship, and have your team effectively working within that Cuba Tabaki Talparo Regional Corporation to assist the Burgesses and to bring a better standard of living. Hats off to you, sir, and be safe. Very well. Good report. So as we continue, it is you, the people, who supports the PNM, who supports Keith Rowley. It is you that have yourself in that condition. And I am saying to you, this is some of the pictures coming in there with what was happening. I am saying to you folks that you have the opportunity. All is not lost. You have the opportunity to correct a decade of mistakes by your parents and foreparents. You have the opportunity to correct that mistake. You have the opportunity for us to come collectively and move this country forward. You have the opportunity where we can join under one umbrella and ensure that good governance come to this country once and for all under the leadership of a lady who have displayed the type of integrity that she displayed during 2010 and 2015. You have the opportunity. The number to call is 3735488, 3735488. You could call and allow us to know what's happening in your area. Feel free to call and tell us what's the condition in your area. Kokidi, you could call and let us know what is the latest update you have, Kokidi, from your team at the Met office. Any new information, Koki, you could call us and allow us to know what's happening. We will go for a break, and when we come back, more from Atlantic Studio right here in Marabella. So we are back. So we ask you to call us and allow us to know what's happening in your area. 3735488. Tell us what's the condition. We are still trying to touch base with the Superior Regional Corporations, Penal DB, and other corporations. We are still trying to touch base. So we ask you to call us and let's know what's happening. Let's know what's happening in your corporation. So ladies and gentlemen, as we continue tonight proceedings, of course, we are more focusing on what's happening on the outside, what's taking place with the weather condition. We know that we are under orange alert. We know, of course, that we are expecting some harsh condition probably a little later on into tomorrow morning. We do trust and hope that all will be fine and all will be safe. There will be no reports of any serious casualty, and we do trust and hope that you folks will take the necessary precaution at your homes to ensure that your loved ones are secured. Remember to look out for the kids. Keep the children close. They can also be, loose when heavy winds and so on, especially if they have never experienced such conditions. It can be more or less, it can traumatize some of the small kids. So, of course, this is a situation that we need to be closely knitted and be our brother's keeper to ensure that safety would be the top priority under these conditions. So we urge you to continue to monitor what's happening. Look at the Met Office report from time to time. They are issuing bulletins, and the onus is on you to stay up to par with what is being said from the agency, who have the responsibility to divulge such information in relation to the conditions that we may experience later on tonight. So we urge you, call us, let us know what's happening. We are still trying to get in contact with other corporations. So if you are hearing us, you can probably send message to the chairman, councillors. They can call in, give us an update as to what is happening in their corporation, what measures they have put in place, and what measures they have pre-planned in case some sort of disaster should come out of what we may be expecting later on. So we ask you to touch base with us, let us know. We also giving you, the citizens, the option to call in. Tell us what's the condition. The number is 373-5488, 373-5488. Let us know what you are experiencing. How is your community? What condition you are under? Heavy rain, thunder, lightning. What you feel free to let us know. We are here. We will take you straight up to 9 o'clock, which might very well be about the next 35 minutes. And we're giving you the option to call and let us know what is happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm saying, we have the opportunity to fix the problem in this country. The problem in this country is us. We are the problem. We are the problem. We have allowed some politician to brainwash and to captivate our intelligence in such a way that we allow them to believe that we don't know right from wrong. But we know right from wrong. We know what is right. We know what is wrong. And since we know right from wrong, why would we continue to support what is wrong over that which is right? I mean, we have lived in this country. We have lived in such a wretched way, our condition. We have seen. We know where we come from. We are also seeing the direction in which they are sending us back. And I mean, you wouldn't have some form of dignity to rise above that sort of callous belief that they have implanted on our minds, to look at our brothers and our sisters as the enemy, when the truth and in fact remains that they are the one who are the enemy to society. They are the ones who have you living in those conditions. They are the ones who allow the crime situation to continue. Crime in this country, it is big business. I have a friend who will tell me, a big friend in a certain position, who will say to me that the government policy, it is not to stamp out crime. The government policy is only to control crime. Because crime is a big business. A matter of fact, crime helps fuel the economy of this country. And their job is just to manage it. And they are managing it not in your interests. They are managing crime in the interest of the economy. They don't care how much of you get gunned down by the side of the road. They don't care about the robbery and the house, the home invasion and all that stuff. That don't bring money to the economy. They care about the big drug business. They care about the big gun business. That is what they utilize to formulate the second economy of this country. That is the money that is being utilized to stabilize the economy of this country. The big crime business, the big drug business, that is what is being utilized. So they are here just to manage that aspect. You think the government care about some innocent bystander pick up a stray bullet in Diego Martin? You feel the government care about how much divers die in a pipe? You feel the government care about how much robbery in relation to stores and shops and groceries? You think they care about that? They don't care about that. They put a hold, they manage the big crime organization. That is what the government benefit from. That is where certain ministers invest. That is where certain individual high-ranking officials continue to benefit from. So you have a job to do. You have to install and put a government in place who will look after your interests. This government do not care about your interests. This government don't care whether you live or die. This government don't care whether you could pay your bills or not. This government don't care if you could pay your mortgage or you lose your home. They don't care about that. They don't have time with that. You will just be another statistic or another casualty. That is not their prerogative. They won't lose sleep over the high murder rate. They won't lose sleep over that. They will blame somebody. Somebody will get the blame for that and life move on. They blame the opposition. They blame somebody. And when it's really out of control, they move a commissioner and bring a next one and they put the blame there. They don't care about your life and livelihood. So my question is why you are not cared? Why you are not caring? Why you are not spending time and putting effort into your own life and livelihood? Why you are not seeking what is best for this country? You tell me why. Welcome, caller.
Hello? Hello?
Welcome, caller.
Yeah, good night, good night.
Good night, good night.
I want to speak to Victor Robets.
Victor Robets speaking.
Yeah, well, I want to say you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir.
Job. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, but what about she was about the next party? Marsha Walker.
No, Marsha is there with us. Marsha is up and running. Marsha is working her heart out in Diego Martin, doing what is expected, living up to the mandate of the political leader to try to bring Diego Martin home in the local and general election.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Robets, keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's a matter of we as people seeing through the glass that the PNM have tinted, so we cannot see clearly. We are not here just to sit and to talk because we like to talk. Anil and others, as well as myself, we are here to help you to see through the tinted glass that the PNM has placed on your eyes, that you cannot see things clearly. We want you to see things as clear as daylight. And when you see things as clear as daylight, then you can make an informed decision as to who should lead this country. You can make an informed decision as to what is best for this country. For too long we have allowed the tinted glass to make us vote in a particular direction. Because when we look through that glass, we are seeing people who look like us. But if you are to remove that glass, then you will see the truth about those individuals who say they are for us. Then you will understand and you will see that the measures that they put in place, it is measures that is against us. It is measures that is against.
Don't know nothing.
Welcome, caller.
Yes, good evening. I remember last night you were saying that you're going to bring some files on some church or something like that.
Yeah, but tonight we kind of deviate from that based on the condition that we are facing with the weather.
All right, then. All right, well, another night.
All right, thank you, caller. But don't worry, the information will be coming. Don't worry yourself.
All right.
All right, thanks for the call. So this is where we are. We have to remove that tinted glass so that we can see what is really happening to us. We have to move the glass. And if you choose not to remove that glass that is tinted, that they place on your eyes, then you will continue to see what is not there. You will continue to see what is not existing. You will continue to see what they want you to see. What we on this side want you to see in this country is nothing but the truth. We want you to see the truth as it is. We want you to see the truth with all clothes. We want you to see naked truth. And that is what we are bringing to you. That is what we are bringing to you on this platform. That is what we are bringing to you on every platform that we stand and speak. Whether it be Monday night, whether it be Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, whether it be Saturday or Sunday press conference, we are bringing the facts so that you can see what is taking place in your country and with your taxpayer money and with your resources that you cannot benefit from. That is the reality. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to urge you. We continue to urge you to stand up and let us do the right thing. That is what we are asking you to do. The right thing. We are not asking you to do anything else save that which is right. That which can benefit the future generation of this country. We need to put aside our selfish attitude. We need to put aside our hostile behavior. We need, ladies and gentlemen, to stand up as one people in this country. And if we stand as one people in this country, I am telling you that the country can only benefit from our action. This country could only benefit from our action if we stand as one people, if we put aside ethnic background, put aside religion, put aside race. If we stand as one people, I am saying to you that the country could only benefit from our action. Our inaction have caused us to suffer and to lose focus. We have lost our sense of vision. At one time in this country, all of us were visionaries. All of us had a vision, not only for ourselves, but we had a vision for our children. We had a vision what we will expect Trinidad and Tobago to look like in 2022. And because we have lost focus, we have allowed this PNM government to betray our own minds and for us to betray each other. Thereby today, we are at a place where we cannot even understand how we get here. This is what we are asking you to see. We are asking you to remember what was your vision. Welcome, caller.
Good night, Mr. Robert.
Good night, sir.
Well, the first question I would like to ask is, has anyone, including me, ever met an Indian whose family ancestors has ever owned a slave, bought a slave, sold a slave, transported a slave, beaten a slave, put a slave to work? So then, why is the Indian enemy of the Africans? How has that come about? You know, the Africans claim that the Indians in America are black. It's true. But the Indians in North America earn an average salary of $120,000 US a year, while the Hispanic and the Africans and them survive on $12,000 to $18,000 US per year. So there is a similarity and a difference in both races. But you shouldn't hate the Indian for that. You're supposed to try to aspire to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not the other way around, to try to aspire for him to be like you when you see in real trouble, and not seeing beyond your nose and you're voting for race, and you find yourself in problems you never have, always won, you don't have anything, and you're taking out your frustration on the people who seem able to progress despite facing the same hardships you facing, but somehow rising above that legally. You follow?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if we try to reach the youth before the mind is so contaminated that he can't understand anything I am saying to you or you've been saying to them for the past months and months, that's the only way out, you know. It's too late for the rest of them.
Right.
That 300,000 people who vote for the PNM religiously, they have no self-respect. They have no decency. They voted for a pedophile government. They don't care. Remember, the PNM culture is what we cannot keep, we're going to squander. And they don't care. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
So while I admire your stick-to-itiveness in trying to educate them, that's not impossible, sir. We have to target the generation before them. We have to try to save the youth because they done gone. It has nothing we could do about it. You see, the thing is that they would have already made a entry into the prison system and back out and back in, and they probably have an Indian lawyer that they religiously have to pay, so they get to hate that race of people. Because that is how the system is intended to divide them.
Right.
You're going to prison. You have to go by Indian to get bail because you have no land, you have no property, you have no money. Your lawyer is an Indian. So you actually enslave yourself to Indian people voluntarily, and then you're hating them too. And you know you're bawling, but don't be shocked by what I'm saying because it is the truth. And we cannot save them again. We simply cannot. They have sold themselves back into slavery when they went into prison and gave up the human right because they're on bail and they own bail and they own a lawyer and the lawyer must appear for them and they must appear. They have taken away their own freedom. The only sensible minister we have is our prime minister, you know. He had very, very serious medical issues to deal with. Serious medical issues that expensive and would have been on the taxpayers. But he thought that when he go to America, they would have taken him into custody, and as a result of being in custody, he'll get free medical treatment and save us, the taxpayers, lots of money. And I want to commend him for that. I mean, you know, he's a real and true patriot. You know, he's saving. You know, I mean, but we have to try to educate the youth.
Yeah.
The rest of them, they don't even have an ID card. You think them could vote? Then they had no rights. They had nothing. Leave them, no man. They will deal with one another as they usually do. You have a nice afternoon. The weather in this part of the country, I'm calling from the west, is clear right now, but we expect it to get bad.
Beautiful.
And I want to on behalf of our Prime Minister, to tell the people of Carnage that his home is open as a shelter in the event that they need it, and they could feel free in the event that an emergency to go to his home in Goodwood Park and enter. The security will allow them in, and he would prefer if they don't loot, but he expects that they will. Thank you.
Thank you, Kola. Thank you for your contribution, Kola. And Kola, that's good. And Kola, you are right. You are right. The youth is who have to make the difference.
We have to save them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
And the caller is right. And that is why I am going at length to remind the youth as to the mistake of their parents. I have to remind them where this all started. And this all started at the feet of Dr. Eric Williams. That is where this whole ideology of divide and rule and conquer, it is right at the feet of Dr. Eric Williams that it began. Welcome, caller.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good day.
I'm just something. It's past news. It's Saturday, May the 8th, 2021. 7 deaths, 402 cases. That was COVID. Apparently, the media stopped covering COVID because it reached 4,000. You know? So, and what to say, but tomorrow. Have a blessed day.
Okay, caller. Thank you. And this is why we have to go back and help the youth to understand why they are in this condition and who is really the enemies. We have to help them to understand where this all started and why they are in this condition and who created this condition. That is what we have to do. But we will continue. It's 9. Right, so douglAR Politics tomorrow at 7:30 sharp. The Honorable Senator Victor Robets will be in studio conducting douglAR Politics, so you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. Actually, the preamble, yours truly will take care of that, and we will hand over to the Honorable Senator at 7:30 sharp. So stay tuned tomorrow, and we will take this call before we go. Welcome, caller.
Yes, Mr. Victor Robets.
Yes, sir.
Well, I enjoyed the show all the way here in 975. Will you be in the studio tomorrow?
I'm not sure, Corky. I'm not sure
right.
if I'll be there or if I'll be here, because tomorrow is just 45 minutes. So I may very well take that 45 minutes here and then hand over to the senator.
Great job.
But we will stay in touch off the air, and we thank you for pulling us. We know that 9 o'clock we are out of the station, and we want to really commend you, Corky, for the job that you have been doing over the past months with us on douglAR Radio. We very much appreciate, and we ask you to stay blessed, stay safe, and we will be in touch.
Yes, sir. And I like how we're fighting this battle throughout the storm, throughout whatever comes. We're standing still.
Yes, sir. You see, no weather must keep us back from doing what we have to do to save this country.
Yes, indeed.
So thank you for the call, Corky, and we'll be in touch tomorrow. Please, God.
Okay, bye for now.
So on behalf of douglAR Radio, we are out. Stay tuned tomorrow, please, God, for douglAR Politics right here at Atlantic Studio. And we urge you to be safe, stay safe, be your brother's keeper, and we commend all those who are out there in various corporations performing their duty and ensuring that whatever assistance that they can provide is provided for you. We say hats off to Henry Arong and his team, and to every other division who continue to do what is absolutely necessary to protect limbs, life, and property. So until such time, stay blessed. We out of here.